950 children a year are diagnosed with cancer. I don't know, when you just stop and think about those stats for a moment. I mean, today there is a doctor somewhere in Australia telling parents that your beautiful, perfect child has got cancer.
3 children dying from cancer on a weekly basis is just a horrible statistic. We should all be inspired by the opportunity to remove it and to bring it to a position where no child dies from cancer.
It moved really fast when he was first diagnosed, and they tell you the news that you weren't expecting, and you pretty much just sit there numb. You know, I'm a new mum, I've got a 6-week-old baby in my arms, and he's just been diagnosed with cancer. He ended up in ICU every single round of his chemo because he had such severe side effects. You have to go to the edge of death in order for him to get through that. The reality is, you could step away from Baxter's bed sometimes and you didn't know whether just going out into the cafeteria to get a coffee was too long because something could have happened during that time that you stepped away.
For me, it's always thinking at the end about the patients. You know, we are not doing research for research's sake. We are doing this at the end of the day to help the patients.
Our studies into poor prognosis, acute myeloid leukemia, and in particular we're interested in childhood leukemias. Very hard to treat, or they don't tend to respond very well to the conventional chemotherapy. So we're looking for new ways to diagnose and treat.
Our desire was to ensure that any charity that we were involved with was in keeping and indicative of what we were as a business. We've always been a strong family-oriented business.
The funds that can be raised that can really go towards this scientific research, and the only thing that's going to stop kids from dying is research. You know, there's no better reason to get behind this campaign and to help make a difference. I think all business out there can be doing something to make that difference.
Charities like the Kids Cancer Project that actually come to the party and say, well, even though it's never been done before, that doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means no one's tried. But it's the community, it's the Kids Cancer Project that makes those ideas a reality.
And the only way to bring about fundamental long-term change and benefit to kids is to invest in research which gets them out of hospital. Knowing that that's the focus of the charity is incredibly rewarding.
And he's thriving, which is incredible. His little brother Dallas just turned 4. They have a beautiful relationship. Dallas has just been the perfect fit for the family. He's been able to support Baxter through a lot.
We need to do better, we need to keep climbing that mountain, we need to change the outcome for these kids, and it definitely is possible.
Groups like the Kids Cancer Project are so incredibly important because it gives us an avenue to really try and do some innovative science.
So at the end of the day, I just think pick up the phone, make the call, start to have the conversation and just see what it is that you may be able to do.